There's a lot. Something easy to listen to. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to work on first here. There's so much. What I would really like is those lights. So I guess I'll start with lights and we'll go from there. So quiet. Really? Oh, maybe it's just like not close enough to my face. Hold on. I don't know. I'm yelling. I'm literally yelling at you right now. Can't stop yelling. This is how I talk. Let's see here. Yeah, what's up, Dyslexic? Damn it, I've been saying your name wrong this entire time. I just read it. Streamer reading mode. Not good. Pretty good. Had an easy time at work today. Just, you know, regular... Oh wait, no, that's supposed to be dark. It's supposed to be like dark. Happy birthday! Oh, thanks, dude. Appreciate that. Yeah, just, you know, like when you get this old, it just feels like just another day for me. Just another day. Well, I'll try to do something special for myself. My wife is on vacation, so I didn't get to take off because I had incredibly important what's it called? Training I had to do. For my job, which I can't postpone or take any at a different time, so I couldn't take a vacation. Otherwise, I would probably be in Egypt. I'm not sure if that's better. Honestly, I think I'm holding out for a better package anyway. Maybe something like Cancun. For my wife, it's visiting her parents in Egypt, so like it's kind of required. Actually, not feeling too bad about being left behind, to be honest. There's not much to do in Egypt, especially like where they live. It's just you have two choices. You're either going to the beach or you're going to the beach, because that's it. There's nothing really else. You can also go shopping, I guess, but you need to hire a driver. I'm experimenting with the lighting right now. Just trying different things. I'm not sure if I want to go for that. Kind of like the small ray of light coming down. I really enjoyed that effect. I'm gonna be doing some char siu pork today, which is gonna go in my fried rice. It's gonna be pretty good. I mean, you could just order, fried rice from Chinese food, but I feel like it tastes better when you make it yourself. You just usually blow it away. If you make it well, you can get really good fried rice. You get all the toppings you like. Make it the spice level that you're looking for. Actually, kind of like a little bit more spicy rice. So, song request already. You just got here. One of these is gonna be DuckTales, but the wrong sort of DuckTales. I won't have Miskiff to yell no. I don't know if anyone saw that. As a live stream fails. I knew exactly what was gonna be played. Hey kitty, what's up? Blade Runner. They had really good set design on the first one. Like, I watched it recently, and then I watched Blade Runner 2, I guess. Gotta turn it down a little bit because it's blowing out my ears. Kitty, you're in front of my painting though. I need you to sit. Yeah, looks wise, I mean they had Sid Mead, so it's gonna be pretty good. Yeah, cause it's from a painting. If you look up Sid Mead's work, get out of here, cat. You can't sit here. I'm gonna look at Sid Mead. I mean, it's not really relevant. We're not gonna do. I'm looking for more like a Morpheus vibe today, but Sid Mead, Blade Runner. Get out of here, kitty. There's a lot of really cool stuff that they kind of captured, all the weird colors and stuff. They had to redo it a little bit. Obviously, it was man, this is old school painting. You can't really do all the things, he visualized it, and then later on you just need a guy that'll just come in and be like, okay, well, I mean, I like the vibe, but we're gonna go fucking deeper into this. Redid some of this is amazing, but some of it, it's got you know, it's got the concept, it's got the feeling that's like new and fresh. But I wouldn't call this like the best illustration ever. But it's got so much like grit in it and so much like life to it that's hard to just put into a painting unless you've like literally seen it, you know. So it's hard to do. And it's very believable. It's very believable. Like I don't really think of these as like, whoa, this could never happen, you know. All right, Kitty, get off my painting tablet. Get out of here. But yeah, they had a pretty good soundtrack in Blade Runner. Pretty good. Cleaning. Today is, I'm gonna focus so much on the lighting today. Really try to figure out that lighting. Figure out how that lighting is gonna play out, you know. I don't know enough about cloth, I feel like. Alright, let's go back to my music. But yeah, I think the best part about, you know, just having another Photoshop window open is I don't have to worry about where it is at all. I just have it open and then that's it. I don't have to think about where I want to put it, or you know, it's just there. It's always on top because it's Photoshop. I don't know. I just like, it feels so alien to use pure ref. So I don't know, man. And I could only use like one at a time, and all my tools are different. All the hotkeys are different. You could make it work if you really wanted to. I feel like you could make pure ref work. But the thing is, it doesn't offer me anything that I can't already get with Photoshop. What I'm looking for is something that gives me something that I can't get with Photoshop. That's when I would install what's it called? Like you could technically put in the hotkeys again, like, but then like look, all I have to do is like my references are always open. I can scroll through them. I know all the color keys. I can easily color. I mean, I'm not really color sampling, but if I wanted to, you know, theoretically I could do it. I just don't feel like it's required. I feel like we're doing good without it. I feel like we're doing good without it. I might try, like, I'll try different apps, and then if it works for me, it works for me. Like, I've opened up the color wheel stuff, but it just, like, and different types of, like, color, it's called, like, I'll open up, like, what was it? It wasn't Alt-C, was it? I've played around with all this other stuff, but I like this, I don't know, I like this square. I can pick whatever color I want from it. I don't need to, you know. The thing is that like those color wheels will tell you kind of what colors go together, but you should have enough intuition for that, I feel like. If you paint for like, you know, a little bit, you get an intuition of what colors kind of go together and how to mix colors. Especially digitally, because it's, you know, it's much easier to digitally mix color. Like in traditional, it's probably like my head would hurt. All right, Louis, you gotta get out of here. You're blocking the view. You're blocking everything, really. Louis, you gotta go. The cat is just like looking at me like I'm watching some painting. I'm not moving from where I am unless you feed me. In which case, I will leave you alone. But that's the only thing you could do. You can give me a little food, and we'll be on our way. We'll be on our separate ways. We'll be Gucci. So I think I'm gonna go do that because the cat is really bothering me. The same as when I'm using Plunder and UE4, it just feels different, especially if I'm painting with the crooks who never decide to dry the color they applied, as in my experience. Yeah, exactly. There's just so many things to like worry about, and you know, picking the right colors is as big a deal. All right, Louis, let's go eat. Yeah, let me. Okay, I fed him. Alright. So today I'm making char siu pork. A bit of char siu. And I love fried rice so much. The only problem is for like traditional Chinese or Japanese fried rice, you have to have like leftover rice. If you really want to get that texture. So I have to like pre-make rice in order to put it in the fridge just so I can eat it the next day. Just kind of I'd say it's like exactly high maintenance, but it's something. It's more work than I would have done. Because usually, like, you know, I don't have any oyster sauce, actually. That is one ingredient I'm missing. I'm scared to buy it near me, honestly. I'll have to go to the Asian grocery to get it. So far, I've been getting away without using it, but oyster sauce would probably make everything a little bit better. I have everything else, though. I have, like, Jiaoqing wine. I have, like... I have sambal, I have, you know, mirin, you know, soy sauce, obviously. I try to buy, like, an off-brand soy sauce. Please, never do that to yourself. I don't know if it was spoiled or what, but, I had to, like, drive it back. And that's, like, the first time I've given back an item in, like, a long time. But it was just, like, it was really bad. Kind of want to work on these character designs a little bit. This guy should be pretty old. The other thing I want from him is I want him to stay as undetailed with like 3 shapes, but I also want him to have like actual design. Cut into him a little bit here. A little bit of cut into the character. Maybe give him a nice little beard. Think about it. there's still stuff I can do without, you know, rendering every skin port, I feel like. Hey, give him like, you know, layers of, give him that real hobo feel. You know, you need like 6 layers of different types of clothing to stay warm when it gets cold in the desert or something. Oh god, it's the Doge song. I don't know if you've seen that meme. Berserk song? I've only seen it in, I haven't seen it in Berserk, but I only watched like the original anime. I didn't watch the next, like, I don't know if they're OVAs or whatever, what they're even considered, to be honest. Must be something, right? Original Berserk OST. Well, to that I say I have really poor, like, musical hearing, I guess. Maybe. What? Or musical memory. I watched this, like, ProZD guesses the, like, anime from, like, 3 seconds of, what's it called? 3 seconds of the anime, opening. And I was like, the only one I remember is, like, JoJo. Because that one's super memorable. But everything else, like, I've watched a lot of those animes too. I've watched like Full Metal Alchemist, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I've watched all of them. There's a lot of like weird ones in there that I haven't watched. There's just too many animes, man. You can't watch them all. There's just too many of them. But yeah, I guess like one anime song. So I think my musical memory is like, 1 out of 10, maybe. One out of 10 is pretty generous, I feel like. But yeah. Reggie, are you also doing a guard, or is it just me and Ixie? A guard-based painting? I don't remember anymore. Could just be me and Ixie. Xyz was coming along really good, actually. I really liked hers. It had this really earthy feel. I like the colors, I think. The blues. And the, not doing it. Wow, so lazy. There's like a... I'm gonna look for some inspiration for his clothing, I think. Where to do it? Wasn't supposed to do it quickly. Well, I mean, you could take your time with it. I mean, it's up to you. Drawing prompts can be taken to like, I was looking for Japanese fisherman. There's this image. There's something like this, but there's like this sort of weird clothing. See, he has like this shawl thing going on, and then he also has, what's it called? And he has a hat, and then he also has a sack hat, or maybe that's part of the hat. Maybe I'll borrow a little bit here. I really like the hat. It's like the only thing. There's this let's see. I'm looking for like a very specific kind of look. Maybe something between hobo and classical Japanese fishmonger. I think I figured out what this guy does, by the way. What's in the pot? What's in the pot, man? He's carrying fish. It's desert fish. I might use something like this, maybe. If I could get a nice image. No, go away. Maybe this will work for me. Something like that. But yeah, you can either do it quick or you can do it slow. Technically, this is it. I've got my guard here. I just haven't really finished him. He's in there. There's multiple guards in this image, so. So I want to go on the right layer. I merge these two shapes. Maybe keep it simple, like one tone here. And give him the belt. Attack on Titan just ended terribly with a hinted sequel. Ah, the old quick cliffhanger episode. Yes. Like Game of Thrones flop and the ending is just a cash grab. I don't know how you could cash grab an anime. That's like, I don't know. Even if it was like to be continued in the manga, like Berserk, you know, I feel like that's you know, not the writer's fault in that case. It's just they ran out of money. I feel like with a lot of these even high budget anime productions, you really can run out of money, and then you just, I don't know, you just don't have any money, and then you can't finish the series. There was a very popular anime called D. Gray Man, which was out for like 112 episodes, and then suddenly, I think it was like 112, the last episode. I don't remember which one it was numerically, but it was something close to 100. Like in the middle of the plot, they're just like, well, that's it. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing our demo. And then that was it. And then I don't know what happened to that anime. I never heard about it again. It was just gone with the wind. Maybe they redid it. I don't know. But the last I heard of it was that it was like gone. So I don't know. Sometimes they just run out of money, man. Even a Shonen Jump, like, I'm pretty sure D. Gray Man was also like, you know, highly syndicated, we'll call it. but they just yeah. One day I woke up and it was just wasn't there. Multi-billion franchises, and it's just classic corporate greed. I mean, it could be. It's just you know, I think Game of Thrones also ran out of money in the end. I'm pretty sure that the last like season or two were like really low budget comparatively. Compared to send an hour adding some details to my card today in Discord. Oh yes. Yes, I see you've added the shoes. Yes. Nice. Yes. I would concentrate heavily on the form, especially the pants and the torso, because it's starting to look very it's starting to flatten out in places, and it causes like a weird glitch. You might want to like, it might be the detail. Sometimes you lose like strong value groups when you paint for too long. You really want to make sure that thinking the belt. I think the belt might be doing it. The belt and what's called the detail here might be like going down too quickly, and it's like screwing with the form. So I'd be very careful here because it's starting to screw with the form. I think it was clear before, but I don't have the. Maybe I do have the old version. I think the form was a little bit clearer before. Yeah, the form was a little bit clearer before. I think here, this is what happened. Like, some of this was, I think, more correct. Like, this shadow layer, this was good. I would return, especially to this value. Turn it up to like 60 to 70. That would make the form read a little bit better, I think. And then I'll be very careful with this because it really flattens out. It flattens out, or it kind of screws with the form here, and this one too. This shape especially, like, flattens out the shape. I would be very careful with that. I think in the original it was very undetailed, but the forms were very clear. Now with the detail, some of it is not working as well. I think it's mostly this what's it called? This chest part. It could just take a little bit of tinkering to fix. You might just have to take it down a notch here, so that it goes towards the center. Maybe add like a bend in there somewhere, because there should be like, if this is hey cat, get out of here. If this is cloth, it should start crumpling in various ways, so I'd look into that, because otherwise it looks very flattened out. And so I would try to do something with that. And then Yeah, but yeah, keep working on it. It looks good. I especially like the shoes on the carpet. The shoes on the carpet look really good. I like that. And I would be careful not to go too gray. You wanna return some of the lights. Yeah, you could use them sparingly, but you do want some of those to be peaked. Like here, this is good, I think. Yeah, this is about right, I think. I would peak those here. You could do that with like hand. I prefer hand, but you could always do that as a levels. You just go back to the original and oh, I can't do that. Well, anyway, that's what I would do anyway. That is what I would do. I add more contrast to shadow. Dread folds, better power. Add some occlusion there. Yes, occlusion could work. There's something wrong with the chest here. I'll look for some rep. Yeah, I think that like most of your problems will go away once you change the chest. I feel like you could get somewhere with that. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Man, I am falling asleep during training. It's really hard to stay awake. It's like all kinds of important stuff, and it's just like the person reading the lecture is just so boring. We have other lecturers, so I hope that like this doesn't continue. But like, man, I'm just training for my job. What's called? It's very boring. It's very boring stuff. It's about like, it's all about doing paperwork basically. I have to how to fill out documents, do all kinds of like all kinds of clerical stuff, really boring stuff, really boring. I think I prefer actually just talking to people and just because then you could use a little bit of con artistry, you could use a little bit of charisma, use a little bit of a little bit of something or other. Push all your problems away, in various ways. But when it's like when you're dealing with a screen or a piece of paper, all of those magical options, they just go away. And you have to be very precise. I've never liked paperwork that's like, never really looked for a job that has, heavy clerical duties. But here we are. So you gotta get that money somehow. You gotta get that money somehow. So I'm just trying to do a thing, I'm trying to get that money. I'm trying to get that bag. So. But it's so boring. I just wish it wasn't so boring, man. Alright, anyway. I'm doing a couple of weird designs for this guy. I want something like, like pilots had those leather hats. I'm kind of thinking of that, like he has like some sort of like, some sort of like, let's see here. Yeah, something like this. It's sort of a skull cap. I don't know if that's required in the desert, but maybe it's like a cloth rather than what's it called. Yeah, we could use this one. Like surfs, yes. exactly. Like surfs. He is a surf. That's exactly what I'm thinking of. Because he's basically like a fisher guy, a fishmonger. He's just trying to make his money selling the fish at the market. You know, something like that. That's my story for him anyway. He's got this big fish carrier. He has the fishes in there. Not in love with like the shape here though. It's like the one thing. Maybe I'll put it up a little bit. Maybe that'll help. Yes, things like that. But also I need to do a lot of the lighting today. That's what I'm really going to be working on. Yeah, I've got all kinds of professions here. I've got all kinds. Got hookah dealers, fishmongers, merchants. Got a whole market economy in this like one area. I'm able to continue that. Blue here. Yeah, something like that. And hopefully I can give this treatment to like most of the characters. Very large honker. Otherwise, maybe a couple more details on his face. One of those creases. Ideally, I just want him to be like, kind of like a babushka, but a little bit. We have these grandmas that like are like ancient and they do all these things. They're just like in like Soviet places, they have these like really old grandmas that are like large and in charge, and they just like you know, whatever needs doing. They're like tugging along water or like you know, lumber, whatever it is, you know. There's like tons of videos on YouTube where it's just like Babushka does like some crazy physically intensive thing. So I'm kind of looking for that sort of feeling. But I want to, you know, I really want to design his clothing to be more, a little bit nicer. nicer threads. It's already got some cool elements to it. Just have to kind of capitalize on some of them and maybe paint in a couple more of them, and then the rest will kind of handle. Ideally I want some sort of like hanging what do you call that? Hanging cloth, I guess. I was pretty excited for those like new MMORPGs coming out, but now I think about it, they're all gonna be like super pay to win. So I feel like I'm not even gonna waste my time. I feel kind of sad, because like I've been waiting for them for a while. I was pretty hyped. I was watching a lot of beta coverage for these games, because there's so many of these games coming out right now. There's like 6 games. You got like Elion, you've got New World, same shit. You've got it's a Chinese game. It's like Lost World or something, or something similar. Maybe not Lost World. Like, I think it's the acronym is either LOL or close, and it's not League of Legends. But yeah, China is releasing a video game, which is kind of strange. The Monkey King, I saw that, but that's not a Mamorpaga. That's a regular RPG. I saw that. That looks good. I might play that. That looks good. But that's, you know, that's standard regular game. Just kind of wish there was more multiplayer games. Oh, my wife is calling me. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta take this and I'll be right back. She's in Egypt, so. Screen. Be right back. Пальцев катать. Ну окей, я тут вот... У меня стримы так... Если... С тобой поговорю, наверное. Не знаю, наверное, завтра. I have training. Can't leave. Can't leave until they're done. Yeah. Probably find out. Alright. So right now I'm not hurting. So he attacked. Yeah, he bites. Anyway, I'll call you tomorrow. We hope we have fun getting out of here. Wanna go back, finish my get out of here. Why are you attacking me? Just attacking me for no reason. Fine. I'm gonna train tomorrow too. Never say sorry, but sorry. Just tell me. Trying to say. back in 2 weeks. Call you tomorrow. Or maybe I'll call you later. You're gonna be up still. Show me the cat. Okay, hold on. Cat. All right. Sure. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's the fire. King yesterday. I'll think about it. I'll talk to you. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Love you. Bye. Okay. Hey, so I have a mimosa now. Had to, I guess I'm drinking early today. Someone gifted me a bottle of Prosecco, so I've been working on it. I have to make a new layer, I think. Amazing. I've been doing everything on the right layers. Unbelievable. I'm gonna merge these down since they're all the same plate. I like these changes. I'm gonna merge them down. Just getting a little bit more detailed. I'm gonna reduce them down to 2 shapes later, but I did want to get a little something for that guy because he's basically in the foreground. He should be somewhat detailed. Okay. Yeah, mimosas are pretty cheap. I looked it up. The Prosecco bottle, maybe $8. And then all you need is 1 part mimosa, 1 part Prosecco, 1 part orange juice. Easiest cocktail I've ever made. I've been making a lot of cocktails lately. I've been doing like a lot of cocktails. They're good to entertain guests with. It's pretty neat when you could just pull out your mixology stuff, and you're just like, hey, you want a mojito? Bam, you got it. You know, a little bit of flavor. I think my favorite so far is probably out of my arsenal is probably a margarita. I can do mojitos, margaritas. We have everything for that. Let's see what else. Old fashioned. Whiskey sour, mimosa. You know, I've got a couple. I've got a couple of what's it called? I think I just have a really cool character costume here. It's like a hijab, but it's not. We're gonna copy it over to all the other characters. I don't think it'll fit. Had a whiskey sour the other day. They're a great cocktail. Probably one of my favorites for sure. They're a little bit more difficult to do than every other cocktail, I feel like. But if you have like a cheap whiskey lying around, like a Jack Daniels, a $20 bottle basically, and you don't want to drink Jack and Coke, which is, standard, but really boring after a while, a whiskey sour is a really special drink. If you could do it well, if you've ever had a good one in a bar, it's pretty special. I'll be honest, one of my favorites. Together with Tenjaku. Let's see here. What is a Tenjaku? That might be one of those new, fresh Japanese whiskeys that I don't know that much about. Ah, okay. So I haven't tried tenjaku. I've tried like hibiki, and we don't really mix hibiki all that much. I might have tried tenjaku at a friend's house actually. I went over and she had a lot of whiskeys. Same person that gave me the prosecco. I gave her a bottle of our special Molotov cocktail, that my dad makes distilled. Not for sale, just for drinking, just for fun. And she what's it called? She let me try a bunch of her very different bottles. She had quite a collection. We don't have that much of a whiskey collection. It's something I'll do when I'm really old and I have nothing in my life. I'm gonna start a whiskey collection. For as long as I have painting and stuff, I probably won't do it. But like when my hands give out, I'm gonna start a whiskey collection. Just a bunch of those, because there's a lot of good ones, but it's like what's it called? Most of the time I'm drinking cheap stuff, like Wild Turkey, Jack Daniels. If I am drinking store-bought, usually my dad's whiskey is, it's pretty good, so I'm actually drinking that most of the time. It is actually, and we went through all the whiskeys that she had, and she's like, yeah, I really like yours. I'd like a bottle, please. The first time she tried it, so we furnished a bottle for her. She's pretty happy with it. It was like a wedding gift. Don't know how you're supposed to enjoy tenjaku. I'm not much of a whiskey drinker myself, but my brother got it for me. Well, if you don't like it, cold on whiskey stone or something like that, or I mean, whatever you got, you just have it chilled. I feel like that's how I drink most whiskeys. I just have it a little bit chilled. Maybe I have one of those special forms for ice. It makes it circular. Doesn't really change the taste at all, but it's kind of fun. Personally, I like a drink I made up with a barista friend. Ooh, sour apple vodka, melon liqueur, sweet and sour lemon, lime, and amaretto. Let me see. I'll put that down. I have almost none of this. Definitely don't have any vodka in the house. I'm gonna write that down. That's a custom cocktail. I think I have almost none of that in the house to try it, unfortunately. Yeah, we're not big vodka drinkers. There's a big stereotype. Ruskies in their vodka, so I don't know. We haven't had kind of much in the way of the vodkas. Mostly we drink whiskey and cocktails. I haven't tried. I think what I do have is almost 100%. Well, no, let's just call it 40% ethanol, which I could substitute for what's it called? Substitute for vodka. Blue Chiraco. Man, this is fancy. As I said, I'm on the low tier of the drinking pool. Right now it's, right now in my glass it's like a $5 drink, so it's like an $8 bottle and then $4 worth of orange juice. So, so I don't have much of that, but I am looking to expand my my cocktail prowess, So I've got a couple of the basic ones, as I said. So I might try getting some of the amaretto, some of the vodka, maybe for mixing, or I could use the ethanol that I have. The ethanol is great for mixing. Oh my god, it's so great because like, I don't know, a lot of like alcohols, they have this specific taste, and it's just like vodka has this taste you kind of want to wash out with like Gatorade or something, and I just like that's not my drink. But this like ethanol is just like fantastic for just like as a mixer. Because it has almost, it has almost no taste. Obviously, it has a little bit of taste, but nothing like a kick that goes down. You gargle it a little bit, like a regular like Finlandia even like a French vodka will still give me, a little bit of that. So I'm not a big vodka drinker. That's why we have the ethanol. Amaretto is definitely a must-have for amaretto sours. I will try to get some because yeah, we are still loading up our bar. Right now we have a couple of liqueurs, like Grand Marnier. That's just an orange liqueur, but it's one of the better ones. I tried a couple of like triple secs and things like that, but they have this taste to them that I'm not a big fan of. Especially if you're doing a like a margarita. It kind of makes it a little bit more pricey, but I would really suggest the slightly higher end Grand Marnier. You only need a little bit of it. It's like 1 ounce per drink, so it'll stay there for a while. And I think we've had this bottle for like almost like a year. We don't drink that much. And I was still experimenting with like some of the other orange liqueurs like triple sec. Oh my god, they're offering me like overtime. I just like, I want to be a good boy and like prove that I'm worth having around, but I just don't really want to do overtime, man. It's just like, it's just too much, man. I already wake up at like 6. I feel like another hour won't kill me, but then I won't be able to take a break between like that and streaming. I just don't, at this point, I don't know. I don't need the money that much, and it's not that much more money. It's like, 1.5 times is, obviously it's money, but I just don't know, man. I feel like I'd be working myself to the bone. I just want something nice and chill, like 4 days a week. That would be prime. By the way, I haven't had dinner yet, so this alcohol is gonna hit different, unfortunately. I'm not gonna be on a floor or anything, but perspective drawing is probably gonna be impossible for me. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of impossible. Don't need to. That you gotta like get your money's worth. Exactly. Cheaper to drink on an empty stomach. At least that was the mindset. Yes. I mean, it's true. Don't hate. I'm a baller on a budget. It is way cheaper. I'm gonna have to cook the char siu pork in a lot of ways. It's gonna be a little difficult, I think. But I'll try it, who knows. I used to do drunk streams actually at one point, but I think I did like one of those. I don't think I got much work done, and so I just never did it again. That's like the one downside. I get very gabby, but I don't get a lot of work done, which is not what I'm looking for. Always a good time. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, kind of lonely here. It's just me and my cat. So I'm basically drinking alone. So if you want to join me in my troubles, I poured the drink because like my wife was like, "Oh, it's time. We're drinking so much." I'm like, "Hey, I will drink with you," and it's just like, "Oh, I've drank too much." And I'm like, "Oh, I already poured it, so I guess I'm drinking this." It says 2 ounces for what's called. I don't think I put in 2 ounces. I put in like half cup. I would say half cup of each, and now I have a little bit of a glass. I have a short D&D session. I might throw something 4. That's kind of neat. But yeah, drinking on an empty stomach is definitely the way to go if you don't have much of a liquor cabinet. It'll definitely get you very far. I remember we used to go like well, we used to like pregame before we used to go to bars. That's our strategy. We would pregame on an empty stomach, and then once we get there, we're kind of okay, but then it starts hitting, and then you just like, I want a chicken sandwich. Give me the overpriced chicken sandwich, bar man. Oh, did you know? In New York, where I live, you can no longer just order food. They just passed this law where you can no longer order food. No longer order drinks. You have to order something to eat. I thought this was crazy. New York, order food with alcohol. Let me see here. They just put this out here in New York where I live. I guess maybe they waived it already. Oh, they already got they already got rid of it. That didn't last very long. I read about this like a week ago or something. It was April 28th. So that was like 3 weeks ago, I guess. I read about this, and this was still in effect, and now it's like actually, because all the bars had these funny like little bar blackboards and stuff just memeing on New York State. It was pretty epic. It was like they're like, we don't really want to serve you peanuts, but governor says we have to. One of them was like an acronym. It was the Cuomo. That's our governor. Something about soups and stuff, and it's just like all these bars were just savagely memeing on what's called on New York State. It was just kind of hilarious. I guess that law didn't last very long because it's just so stupid. It's like, you have to buy something to eat? Like, what? And the bars, like, come on. Like, if you're at a bar, you want to sell something to eat. Obviously, you're making money on that. But, like, they were just like, no, we don't want to force anybody. That's crazy. But yeah, for like a week straight there, we, I think we wanted to go out, but then I was just like, I don't know, man. It's with COVID, and now they have all this, like, you gotta buy a soup or something to even sit there. And we just like to chill. There's like a local brewery here in Port Jefferson. That's pretty good. You can get all kinds of stuff. Actually, they have like 12 beers. 8 of them are shit, but 4 of them are actually really, really good. I've actually used them as gifts for like family. It's pretty unique. You know, just a local town brewery that's actually pretty good, you know? So that's pretty neat. We have a lot of microbreweries in New York. For some reason, for beer, we have a large amount of microbreweries. I'm not exactly sure how many. It's like 60. It sounds like Blue's Place near me. You get a dozen of beer and tap. Well, like 3 or 4 ones. Hey, man, you gotta say thanks for the 4 that do work. You know, it's just like at that point, you know. I am not drawing these lines very straight. This is what happens when you drink and draw. But as famous artist Ernest Hemingway, I think he's more of a writer. Ernest Hemingway said, "Draw drunk, edit sober." That's pretty much what he said. I think that was it. Maybe not. Maybe it was right, drunk, edit sober, but we're adapting it for today. Just gonna be a... Okay, so that's like 3 mimosas down. Maybe a little bit more. Usually I do like 1 drink for the whole day, but it's like a long drink. You're not supposed to drink it all in one go. But today I guess we're making an exception. So yeah, the chashu pork is gonna be really fun to cook today. I'm getting the feeling that it's gonna be a very exciting cook. Last time I had a cooking accident, I burned half the skin off of my right leg off, so that don't want to repeat that. Probably cook it on low, just a little bit. We'll call it slow cooking the chashu. It's gonna be a simmer. You're supposed to simmer it, so I mean that's fine. Guess we're gonna follow the recipe. I usually like to, you know, press the fire button, put everything on high. But yeah. $5 sours. $5 sours, like a whiskey sour for $5. Hey, that's pretty good. For a decent cocktail here, you're paying like 7 plus. If you're lucky, if you're not, it's like a 12. Sour beers. My dad got a keg of sour ale from somewhere. I only got to try a little bit of it, and then like the next time I came, he's like, "Keg's gone, son. It's not here anymore." Where is it? Where did it go? Where did you put it? Yeah, there was an auction, and he got a bunch of like, it was I think it was like a brewery that was going out of business or something, and they were just auctioning off a lot of like beer and kegs, and my dad wanted the kegs, so he was like, "I'll just buy them, whatever." Some of the beer was actually pretty good. It was we got to do a little bit of tasting, a little bit of testing. This guy was gonna get hit by lightning, I think. I'm thinking of how to draw your eye better into the image, and it's either I do light here, midtones in the middle, or I'm gonna start with light here, and then I'm gonna make this more faded in, and so that you're kind of drawn into looking at this guard captain here standing by. I think that could be a viable strategy. I might go with that. We'll try it and see what happens. Rim. If anything, we'll edit it out tomorrow. We'll see what's not working. But I am looking through a couple of lighting scenarios for this image. Still playing around with armor designs as well. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. I could use another cup of mimosa though. I can feel it's starting to go, man. It's starting to go. Whew, that was fun though. Let's see here. A couple more of these cactuses. Maybe a tree. You know, I'm thinking of maybe a tree somewhere. Like in the middle there. Or maybe some sort of thing to interrupt the triangles. Maybe some sort of like either large pole, something like that. Something in the background to kind of give you more of a grounded feel in there. A little bit of grounding, a little bit of not sure where I want to put it though. That's like the only thing. But yeah, I'm thinking about that. I feel like something that splits the image in half might be kind of bad. But I'm thinking of implementing some sort of element that's like something that kind of helps really ground you in the scene. Right now there's a lot of floating stuff, which is cool, but could cause problems down the line. No hard eye anchors. Need something to like really hold you and really like tell you, look, this is... It's still early for this image, so still a little early for this image. Well, we're still looking for a lot of stuff in here. I feel like lighting is going to be one of the bigger problems. That I have to tackle in this image. Lighting. Oh, I've been sniffling a lot lately. Hope it's not Corona. Bit of Corona. That'd be a good birthday present. What I'm hoping for is, who is that picture of? That is your Discord server's icon. Let me see who is Discord servers. The 10 to 1, that's me. That's me. That's me. It's literally me. I just thought of the most memey way of I don't know. I took that photo and then I was like, this is funny. I think people enjoy it. I didn't know what else to use. It legit resembles me. Like smug. It's pretty smug, yeah. I don't know. All the other Discord servers are pretty nondescript, and just like I thought it was funny because like usually it's like a cult of personality for these sorts of things. So I was like, well, you know, let's meme about it a little bit. Why not go, you know, the full Monty, put a little bit of what's it called on there? Couple of memes. Pretty smug, yeah. Pretty smug. Some of the costume designs I kind of like. I think we have something going on there. Just needs to be like a little bit of trial and error there, but no faces. Yeah, I need some face control, you know. Yeah, there's a lot to do on this one. What worries me most is the lighting. Everything else is like, I'll figure it out. Everything else I'll kind of figure out as I go. The other things that worry me are like the cloth. Cloth worries me a lot. I want to make it very believable. Very believable cloth. Nice carpets and things everywhere. A lot of carpet sellers. Yeah, I think this guy's lighting is going to be the good thing, not the other way around, where I was thinking of lighting the other characters. I feel like they should be more bland, and then we need just, you know, like a lead-in to what's it called? A lead-in to the comp. So these two characters are going to be kind of blended together almost. I kind of worry about that, actually. I might have to remove this character because he's causing this other character to, like, the shape of him to start blending in with other stuff, and he needs a strong silhouette, and so that means I might have to, like, remove this guy. Well, I'll think about it anyway. think about it anyway. Seems most of your brushes have opacity turned on. What do you mean? I change opacity. See, it's all hand control. I'm just doing it fast. Oh, yeah. My trick to it is I hit the number twice. So, you know, I get 33 instead of 30. Because 0 is really hard to reach. You know. If you mean tablet jitter on what's it called? No, I don't think so. I have what's it called? This one might be like 0% for transfer, but that's color, I believe. Not what's it called? Not opacity. Let's see here. I think that would be in... Shit, maybe it is what it's called. This one's on the shrink jitter, but not opacity jitter. Yeah, there you go. So opacity jitter is a different thing. Most of these don't have opacity on. I don't know. I usually change to what's called brush tip shape. Oh, you mean size jitters opacity or size jitters by what's called pen pressure? I don't think so. That would be shape dynamics. But yeah, some of them do. Maybe this one does. I don't really use that one that much. I use this one a lot. This one size jitters. Okay. I don't think that's a problem. This one does it. This one size jitters. It looks like most of them use shape dynamics. I don't think that's a problem. I think most of them have a size jitter. I think that's fine. Opacity jitter is when you get in trouble, because then you might get different values for what you're drawing, and then there's no way to like think about that. You know, effectively, that I've found anyway. Because when you have opacity just controlled by, you know, by pen pressure, it's actually very difficult to do it as well as size. I really want to concentrate on one thing. One thing only. Like with my hand, I tell it, you know, and even then the size jitter is like, this is really hard and that's really soft. This is really soft. So the size jitter is like, if it's even there. Let me see. Let me take a look at one of the ones I usually use. How about this one? So this is normal. This is really hard. And this is really light. So I don't really even see the size jitter, honestly. Definitely don't see an opacity jitter. I think that's the one that you should be worried about. Because if you draw with opacity jitter, it does start to muddy your values a lot. Because there's no way to reliably guess which value is going to come out. So let me see if I can switch it on for this. Let's see if I switch it on to transfer, and then I'll put opacity jitter on for pen pressure. Okay. And now, this is light, and this is... I think I might have to switch it to 100. There's like no difference. There's a little bit of difference. But it's very insubstantial. It's very hard for me to tell actually if there is a difference. Might not be a difference. I don't know. Even with opacity pen control, let's jitter it to like 50. It just jitters the opacity. It doesn't actually like. I think what you need is actually here. Hold on. I'm gonna I think they changed it the way it works. Before, you used to be able to do it this way. Here, enable airburst style buildup effect. That may be it. Turn down opacity there. Because before, I used to be able to control opacity with what's it called? But this is like identical. Like literally identical. I don't know. I don't know. If the jitter's working, it's not. Because, like, even if it's on, it doesn't seem to work. I turn this off. Oh, here, opacity jitter. There, I clicked the wrong button. Try black. Oh, this is like black. It doesn't. This is jitter. I don't know. I think my tablet's broken. It only accepts one press type, so. The good news is I'm not looking for it, so perfect. I feel like if I update the driver, it'll screw me bad. So I'm not touching the driver at all. Wacom has this like notoriously bad driver problem. So whenever I get to a stable driver, I just never upgrade it. I just never touch it again. Just too scared, man. If I update it today, it might ruin my painting style for the rest of the year. I remember at some point, it really did have like a broken like driver, and I couldn't understand why. But like I literally couldn't advance at all because like anything I did was like really, you know, just broken. I couldn't figure out you know, how to improve at all because like everything I did was so just kind of random. So imagine like drawing is hard, but then like you also can't draw the same line twice because like the computer doesn't let you. That was like my reality for a while there. And so pretty happy that got sorted out. Got a new 144 hertz monitor. Can't get the gamma accurate and save my life. It sounds really fancy. I think mine is like 60. I think I've got like one of the cheapies. Cheapy Samsung monitor. It's been around. It's been with me for a long time. I've had this monitor since like since I started painting, at least. Probably even further back. This is like a 20-year-old monitor. No, it's not that old. I don't know, maybe like 10 years. So this one's definitely 60 hertz. I don't think we even had the choice to do anything else other than 60. I might have to move this over here. The shape doesn't feel right. I could have a second one coming out there, but That shape doesn't feel right. We used to have all these technologies. I don't know where they went. They had like True Color, like they had all these different names for monitor color types. True Color is the one I remember, but there's like a bunch of them for like gamma correction, all kinds of like weird like. This monitor may be like all wrong, you know. Might not even be able to see value. Who knows? Gonna be a lot of shape magic here, I think. Might also pop this guy out. Try not to tangent him. Maybe clean here. So I don't know about this change, the character here. I'm not sure about this yet. Wait, I'm gonna bring him back. I don't know. Because he felt like he kind of evened out the composition for me. Although I'm not sure how I'm gonna deal with the shape problem. Might have to, put a light here, maybe? I don't know. That is a quandary. Don't know. Don't know how to fix that. I will though. It's gonna take me a little while. Things. But I'm getting so famished, dude. That's the downside of like drinking when you're like when you haven't eaten, is you suddenly need to eat like instantly. My hunger level is like at 0. I'm losing HP right now. Much hungry. I don't think I'll be able to stream for much longer, unfortunately. I'm gonna cut it short so I can go put like food in my stomach because it's killing me. It's killing me inside, literally. But I'll be back tomorrow. Should be another easy training day. So let me see if I improved it today. I have to decide tomorrow, because again, draw drunk, edit sober. I think so. I elaborated on a couple of parts here. We still need to think about a couple of the things here, but yeah, I think all in the end, I think some of the parts will look better. All right, I'm gonna save it, and then tomorrow I'll have it all in separate layers. So. I'll figure it out, I'm sure. Anyway, thank you guys for coming. I'm gonna go eat, stuff myself full of rice and char siu pork. See you later.